Hey YouTube, how is everybody doing? Welcome back to another episode of Talk the Talk with King Mark and Queen Clay. You got Queen Clay. I'm holding it down today, and I'm coming to you guys with the informational video. I want to talk to you guys about, or let you know about, this amazing app. I say it's life-changing and it's also life-saving. The app is called Yuka, and this is what it looks like. And carrot, Yuka, Y-U-K-A. And anyhow, download this app because this app has pretty much changed the game for me and my household. This app was introduced to me rather a few months back by King Mark's son. And so, yeah, the app is really amazing. So basically what's happened is I've switched products. It tells you, it helps you with health and beauty products and food products as well. Pretty much anything like ingredients wise, anything that you put into your body, that you put on your body, you can scan the product, anything that has a barcode. So I showed you the app, and this is kind of what the screen looks like. And you go ahead and you scan the barcode, and then it literally gives you a rating anywhere from bad, poor, good, and excellent as far as what the contents are in the product. So here we go with this particular. Okay, so this is Dove, the Dove powder deodorant, the powder one or whatever. And so anyways, so this is rated a 0 out of 100, and it's obviously bad. And it also tells you not only that it's bad, but it tells you why it's bad, because like ingredients, they have all that small print in the back, right? But you may see all that small print, but if you don't know exactly what those words stand for, you don't know if that's, something that is harmful to yourself and your family. So like I said, this app takes out all the questions and for anything like that. So pretty much it lets you know that it has BHT in it, in this particular deodorant. And it says, that it's a hazardous, the risk is hazardous, and it lets you know that it's demonstrated disruptive effects, particularly on thyroid functions. It also has effects on the sex hormones and may affect fertility and development. So this is not a deodorant that we want our young ladies and our young girls to use, okay? And then not only does this app tell you when something, it tells you when a product is not good for you, but it also gives you suggestions. It gives you suggestive products. Let's see here. So these are two products that, because this was the deodorant. I've used Dove since I was in high school, or as far as back as I can remember, I've been using Dove. And so this is sweet and all day sweet, sweat and odor protection. Anyways, so it gives you suggestive products that are like similar, but that don't have hazardous chemicals in them. And so the one of the products is this Tom's here, the Tom. So I tried the Tom's. It doesn't work as good for me. And so they have other suggestions. So then they recommend this one as well. This is the Arm & Hammer Essentials. And this one, it works better for me than Tom's. Neither of them are as good as the Dove for me. But, everything in moderation. So now at least I know, maybe I'll use this on special occasions, holidays and special occasions or whatever. But just on a daily basis, I work from home, it's just me most of the time. I don't, need to be putting some hazardous chemicals on my body when I can use something else it's milder coverage, but it's not it's not toxic. It's not toxic. So that's that first product. And then another product that I learned about is I also used to use for my kids bubble bath. I use this bubble bath that I got from Amazon. And then once I got a hold of the app, I went ahead and I scanned it, and it saves history, but just to save time, I'm going to go ahead and just scan it again. So this one, the Amazon Basics Milk and Honey Bubble, it tells you that it has 2 hazardous chemicals in it. It gives it out of 100, it gives it a 12 out of 100, which is also the bad rating. And when we look into the hazardous chemicals, let's see here. It says it is a preservative used to replace parabens. It is still mixed with MIT, which is, it's a really big word. That's highly allergenic substance, and it's been completely banned in leave-in products since April 2016 due to its allergenic potential. It causes allergic contact dermatitis. So there's some big words here, but anyways, the point is I know now to use, it gave me a suggestion of this bubble bath here. And so then when I scan this one, let's see here, scanning this product, this one is gets a good rating. It gets a 65 out of 100, which is good. And you get the green for good. And again, it does list all the ingredients. It has no hazardous ingredients in it. And so now I'm putting this in my kids' bubble bath instead of this one, that was, harmful. So I'm going to move on to another product. This is another Dove product. And I'm going to go ahead and scan it. And so this one is Pore. It gets a 35 out of 100. It's got a moderate, the worst chemical in it is a moderate risk chemical. And let's see here. It's regulated and concentration cannot exceed 1% of the finished product. Some studies indicate toxic effects on the blood and liver. It's also suspected to have effects on the hormones and fertility. And the list goes on and on and on. I don't want to read it all. I just want to give you guys, just expose you to some of these chemicals that you may be using and let you know some better products. Okay, how about the Nivea? Okay, anybody familiar with the Nivea? This product, this bottle is still full. I have pretty much one of these in each bathroom of my house. And then, I found out, I started scanning everything once I got a hold of this app. And this particular smooth moisture lotion, it rates a 43 out of 100. And so that's Pore. And it's got, let's see here, this one. Okay, it's got, let's see, the ingredients. It's a mineral oil produced by the oil refining process. It's prohibited in food products. Minerals, oils are also allowed in cosmetics. These oils may contain problematic residues such as MOAHs and MOSHs. And so it tells you about the health risk. And it also says that it can accumulate in the body, particularly in the lymph nodes and liver, and they can cause inflammatory reactions whose exact effects are unknown. There was a study by the UFC, but anyhow, this product's got, it's toxic. It's dangerous to use. But again, the app does give you good suggestions of products that you can use, comparable products that do not have hazardous ingredients in it. And so this is a good lotion that it gave me this as a suggestion. I actually had this one already. I get it from Ross, and it's like $6.99. So I was excited because I love the smell of this lotion. It's Shea Soft and Smooth lotion, and it's got shea butter, agave, and coconut oil. But anyways, I was really excited that I was already in possession of a healthy product that I had been using, but now I only use this one, and I don't use this one at all anymore. Let's move on to some other products that I have. Let's see here. Let's talk about the lip. So for years and years and years, I've been using this Carmex, and basically this Carmex is no good for you. Again, you could scan the app, scan the barcode in the app, and it will let you know what the ingredients are, why it's bad for you, and then it gives you healthy suggestions. So here is the Aquaphor. It's a lip repair, and then also another healthy alternative is this Burt's Bees lip oil, and I got both of these from Walgreens, and they scan as good or excellent on the app. And so healthy alternatives, because this has some, let's see what this has in it. This one here, let's see. Okay, so this Carmex, it gets a 10 out of 100. It's bad. It's got a couple different hazardous chemicals in it or ingredients in it. And one of them, it says research is shown that vivo estrogen disruption in female hormones, and it also impairs the thyroid function. So that's just one of the unhealthy things about this here. The second one, let's see here, it says it can filter the sun's ultraviolet rays. However, it is an endocrine disruptor that easily crosses the skin barrier and then behaves like female hormones. And it's also allergenic, and it's recommended not to use creams that contain it, especially on children. So you guys got to be familiar with that Carmex, and it's not good for you. Here's another one that really surprised me is this coconut oil. And I was just scanning away at everything that I had, and I was disappointed that it's poor. So it's not bad, but it is poor. This coconut oil gets a 45 out of 100, and it's moderate risk. Let's see here. So, so some of the things with this, so some of this products, some of the ingredients in here are prohibited in food products. And let's see, it says this can act as a genotoxic carcinogen, which promotes the development of cancers and damaged DNA. Quite a few products I found out had this lengthy chemical in it, and you can see for yourself there the write-up. And this basically, it actually has cancer-causing ingredients in it. And we put this on our lips, our skin, but no more. Knowledge is power. And let's see here. We're going to keep staying in the skin products. Let's see here. I have this oil of Olay that, let's see. Yeah, it's still pretty much, it's like halfway full, because I discovered the app about halfway in. And I love, this is my second jar of this. I used the first jar up, and then I went and bought a bigger jar because I loved how it made my skin feel. Then, after coming across the app again, I scanned it, and I was shocked to find that it has some bad ingredients in it. But it gave me this as a healthy alternative. So I use this now, and I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't feel as smooth, as the oil of Olay did, the Olay, but it still moisturizes my skin. I have dry skin, so I have to moisturize a couple of times a day, and it does the job. And more importantly, it's not dangerous. I'm not killing myself by putting it on my face and my daughter's face, my kids, my son's face. And so this is the face cream that I use now, and I got this from Walgreens. And so yeah, that's a healthy alternative. And I really wanted to talk about this particular cream right here. This really shocked me. This particular cream, I was actually, my daughter was literally prescribed this cream from her doctor. And like I said, I just went scanning everything. And so I even scanned this, even though it was from the doctor's office. And I was shocked to find out that they prescribed this for my little girl, and it has cancer-causing ingredients in it. And I would have never known if it wasn't for this app. And so that's really powerful. This is probably the most powerful testimony or example in this video, is that this was prescribed from a doctor for a 4-year-old for eczema, and it has cancer-causing chemicals in it. So that that just goes to show you that you have to do your own research. You have to look out for you and your family, and you have to go a step further. Before this app, I was the type of person, I just took, whatever the doctors told me. I thought their word was bond. I thought what they said, that's what it was. And I never questioned, I never second guessed until now. So I'm just so glad to be growing and learning, and happy to share with everybody, yeah. So this is no good. I have a healthy, because I have eczema as well. So I'm trying a cream now that I've been using for a couple of days that is from a farmer's market. It's like a natural cream. And I don't know, I'll let you guys know how it does for me. But moving on to some hair products. Ladies, this edge control. You see now, I don't have no edge control on. At this point, it's in moderation because it's not good for us. This ingredient, this edge control right now that I know is pretty popular, it's not all good. It's not all bad, but it's not all good. And so just in moderation, special occasions or whatever, will I use some edge control, because I haven't purchased the edge control that they said was comparable, because I don't need it all the time. So in moderation here and there, I'll use it, but not on a daily basis like I used to before I knew that, the stuff it had in it. Let me go over a couple of things, because I know that this is a very popular edge control. Let's see here. So this is the ingredients release formaldehyde, a substance used as a preservative, However, the release of formaldehyde makes this ingredient irritating and allergenic. In addition, formaldehyde is a group 1 carcinogen, according to the International Academy for Research on Cancer, IARC, and classified as a Category 1B carcinogen by the European Commission. Even though some information is not yet known on the carcinogen aspect, the ingredients that release formaldehyde is best known to avoid them. So, yep, that's that. Now some good moisturizers here, like a grease. These two are good. These two rate well. Now the grease that I used to use, it was called Hair Food. It was like yellow. I can show you a picture of it because this is when I first got the app. I threw away so much stuff that because it made me sick to my stomach that I was literally putting this stuff like the grease. Like I said, like I have dry skin. My daughter has very dry scalp, and so I had to grease her hair like like every day, literally every day. And so I was greasing her hair with this grease, and I'm gonna pull up and show you. And then we live in Vegas, and so it's hot out, and so I'm sending her off to school with this grease in her head. Here it is. This one is called Indian hemp, is what it was called. I had that one, and I had another one that I believe it was called Hair Food. Yep, here it is. Hair Food. This is the one. I was using this in her hair every day, sending her off, greasing her hair before she went to school, sending her off to school in the sun, in the heat, letting this hazardous product melt into my daughter's scalp. And come to find out, it has chemicals that promote the development of cancer. It's kind of hard to point it out, but anyhow, you get my point. So that's really when I got passionate about this app, when I realized I was poisoning my own daughter with the product that I spent money for, and so that really, really hurt me. That's really when I took this app seriously and started to scan everything and find out, what am I feeding my kids? What's in the stuff I'm feeding my kids? What's in our, lotions and potions and so forth. And so, that's where my flame really sparked. Let's see here. Okay, so here is the main choice. This is a growth oil. So this is what I use instead. It's about $12, $13 because I got it from the Walgreens. So maybe it's less somewhere else. But, you can't put a price on feeling like you're putting something in your child's head or even your head that's, it's good for you. So this is all good. This one is much cheaper. This one is only like $2.50 some cents. I also got from Walgreens because when I went back to get another one of these, there was no more. So I just was scanning everything in that section, and I was surprised that for the price of this was actually good. So the last thing I'm going to cover here is going to be toothpaste. So with the fluoride. So so this one, Crest, Colgate, most of those toothpastes, out there, they're not good for you. So this one isn't good. And then I discovered this Hello brand. We started using this before the app, just from King Mark teaching me a lot of stuff about ingredients and healthy foods and stuff like that. So I was already on to this Hello brand before the app, but you have to be aware. Just because it's that brand doesn't mean everything they make is good, because this particular one is is a fluoride-free toothpaste. And then here I went ahead and got, I just got the Hello, right? Because it was the brand, and I didn't read here that this one is a fluoride. This one does have fluoride. And then let's see here. Here's another one that they have that also has fluoride in it. So the last product that I have is this sunscreen that I had that I thought it was, good and protecting the skin. And then you go to scan it. It's bad. No, it's poor. Sorry, it's poor. It is 41 out of 100. It's got a moderate risk ingredient in it. It says some studies indicate toxic effects on the blood and liver. They call that moderate. It also is suspected to have effects on hormones and fertility. In addition, it's an eye irritant. Finally, it is sometimes responsible for contact allergies, but reactions are rare. So on and so forth. It goes on to say something about not using under children age 3 and under, so on and so forth. So I kind of stopped using sunscreen for now. But again, every product does on this app, it does, along with when it shows you a product that's poor or bad, it is going to give you another suggestion that would be safe for you and your family. So again, here it is. It's called Yuka. Download the app. It's powerful. And this is just part 1. I'm going to do a part 2 with the Yuka app, and I'm going to share food products with you. So we'll be down in the kitchen, and I'm going to just show you a lot of products that what I had, because I've been hanging on to things so I could show like the package or the box, what's no good, and then again, what are some good replacements, supplements. They might not taste as good, some do or whatever, but you got to think about what's important. You gotta eat to live, not live to eat. So I will be back eventually with part 2. And until then, this is Queen Clay signing out on Talk the Talk with Us. Have a beautiful and blessed evening. Peace.